You're up. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd Places Going Viral. Here we go.
All right. Banks, do you funk?
Funk. I'm not really sure I know what funk is. What is
That's
funk?
not I funk at least 9 times a day.
Funk.
On a good day, 13. But yeah, you don't funk?
F-U-N-K.
Yes.
It's an acronym for something?
No, it's just funk.
Like
a friend of mine used the word the other day, and I thought about it. It was like, that's a word we don't use often enough, because it's one of those words that doesn't have a synonym. There's no good synonym for funk. Like love. Like love is a really special word, right? There's no synonym for love.
Okay. So what is funk? If you're funky, you're I don't know, it rhymes with monkey. I don't know. I don't know what funky.
Well, it's kind of like the Matrix. You can't really describe it, but look at people who have funk. Who has funk? Do you know anyone that has funk?
I am thinking, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Detroit, 1960s. I'm thinking soul, the birth, not the birth, but I mean, that was the crossover birth of soul music,
Motown,
R&B, Motown. That's what I'm trying to get at. Motown. I'm thinking of Motown. Motown has funk. It's got a swagger. It's got a.
You can try, man. You can't define it.
Hang on.
You're welcome to give it your shot.
It's got the je ne sais quoi. I can only go French on it. Yeah, it is this cool vibe. You know, Michael Jackson kind of had it. Every Motown singer had it. I mean, Michael took a lot of his stuff, I feel, from Motown. Marvin Gaye. Wow. Yeah. That just like
James Brown. James Brown had some funk.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, one of my favorite artists, Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah. It was almost as if they epitomized the music. The music was in them, and they moved the way that Stevie Wonder moves to it. Look at me.
They were possessed. They were possessed with it. I don't
know if I'd use the word possessed. It was in them.
That's what possession means to you. I don't think you get possessed by a demon. It's inside you, right?
Okay. All right.
There's even some white boys that have some funk. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh yeah.
They were big. They had a nice funk to
them. You know, Justin Timberlake kind of has a funk to him.
A little bit. More of a newer funk, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the funk does not denote only African Americans or people of color. I mean, there are people not of color. Would that be the opposite of people?
Colorless people?
that would be us, I guess. You and me are colorless. Those people, white people. I mean, they do have the funk.
Some people, not everyone.
Yes, I see it in like movie stars. I see it in like Brad Pitt. You know, he's got this kind of funky, No, you don't see it? Too cool?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Remember, my initial question was, do you funk? It's a verb. I use it as a verb. Do you intentionally like funk? Not so much do you have it, like it's in your pocket, or like you know, white man can't jump, like can you reach the rim? Not like that, but do you have it?
They have the funk.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to define it. Except it's just such a unique word.
Okay. So wow. Do you have the funk? Do I have the funk? You know, I don't know if I have it. I don't even try to have the funk.
Okay, so you're not funking then.
I am not fucking. Funky. That's tough to say. To noun it. No, I don't think I have it. If I do have it, here you go. Do you think the people that had it, Marvin Gaye, do you think he knew that he had it? Stevie Wonder, do you think he knew that he had it?
That's a good question. I would hope so.
I think that they just were, and by worrying
being
they had it. by
They
wording
wasn't.
it, they had it. Yeah, I mean, because funk is, you know what? Here you go. I'm going to go out on this one. Funk is everywhere. Okay. Maybe nature. It's in nature. And if we jump on that nature funk, on that wave of funk, then we have it because we are in tune. Here we go. We are in tune to our surroundings. It is out there. It's in the leaves.
So we have to
the
make a
trees.
choice, you're saying. You're saying we have to make a choice and hop on the wave of funk to funk.
Right. So there's some YouTube of these little kids that dance, and they're like 3 or 4 years old, and they're just incredible dancers. I mean, you look at them and wow, how did they? It's almost to the point where they've never been taught it. They just were born with this. These movements. I mean, I'm coming back to Michael Jackson. He had these movements that was just like, wow, yeah. Where did he get that? And he had that when he was little too.
Here's another word then. This is not the same as funk. I think this is like a funk light, but there's a word groovy. Right? I think groovy is on the way to funk. It's not as far as funk, but you could be groovy. Are you groovy? Do you groove? Do you groove?
Am I groovy? I use that word when someone says something that I really like. That's like a 2 thumbs up, groovy man or groovy. Not, I don't usually do man. So
anymore. You used to. I bet you used to.
Do 2 thumbs up? No.
You used to say groovy. I bet when you were younger, you said groovy a lot.
Well, no. I've started to say it. Well, I was younger. In the last like 10 years, I've been starting to, 5 years. Okay. I mean, funk is like the epitome of whatever this coolness factor we're talking about. Groovy is underneath funk. Maybe groovy is larva of funk.
Yeah, but we're really talking about energy. Like you said, it is part of nature. It's something that we can tap into. Yeah. I was just curious. Like I wish we would bring the word back. If nothing else, as a wordsmith myself, as a lexical lyricist, I just love the word funk. It just has, it even just embodies, it's like onomatopoeia. It embodies itself in what it's trying to articulate. Funk.
Right. What you were saying reminds me of my son, my youngest son, when he was like 3 or 4. He would do this thing where he put his hands in his pockets and just expressionless. And he did this, probably still does it. And it's this cool, groovy, funky thing that he does. He's just, you know what? Funk is you're so comfortable inside your skin, you have it.
Ah, interesting.
You're comfortable with who you are. It's not this jittery energy. I mean, I have the jittery energy, so that, there's issues that I'm dealing with as far as being comfortable in my skin.
So I think that's more cool though. You're talking about just being cool, like cool, honey bunny. You just kind of like you're so comfortable with yourself. You're cool. But I think as that coolness comes out and you express it, it gets into groovy. And then when you really express your groove, you can hit the funk. So I think we got our 3 levels of energy.
Maslow.
Our hierarchy of energy. We got cool, groove, and funk. I like it.
Yeah. Here you go. Maybe, possibly, it is taking what is around you and tapping into that to make it cool, or to make it groovy, or to make it funky. You're right. Funky is a little more outward. Cool is subdued. Yeah. Groovy is a little bit more. You're right. I think that would be the
I'm an introvert. I'm cool. Like I'm cool. That's me.
Really?
Groovy, I don't know. I try and get to groovy. Funk, I give it a shot. Like I say, at least 9 times a day I try and funk, but I don't know if I get there.
Now,
I don't think you self-judge.
How do you try to get the funk? How do you try?
It's good, man. That's a good question. There are a lot of songs about the funk. I think we probably ought to listen to some songs and figure out, where did the funk go? How do you get the funk? I don't know.
Can we have the funk? I mean, can you and I have the funk? I mean, can anybody have the funk?
Well, okay, yes, because people do have the funk. I don't know if you and I can have the funk. We can probably borrow the funk. Like I think we might have to give it back. It might be just like a loaner to us.
Why? Why do we can have the funk like anybody else can have the funk.
Really? I don't. Maybe, man.
You don't think you can have the funk? God.
Let me tell you, I'm white, and I don't mean the color of my skin. Like, so.
What do you mean when you say you're white?
What do you think I mean when I say I'm white?
Okay, you're white. The color of your skin is white.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm white and I like rhythm. I don't have the rhythm. I can't rap. I can't, like, there's a bunch of things that I would define as just being white.
Okay. So, all right, I got it.
So I think we can recognize the funk. I don't know if we can have the funk though. I don't know.
So we get to
We need to go find it.
And
we need to go on
a
quest. You and we need to go on a quest to go find the funk.
Right. You see someone dance and it's like, whoa, that guy's got the funk. How does he do that? How does he move that way? How does he, you just want to keep your eye on that. I get it. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd Places Going. Take it, Josh.
Groovy. And viral.